My favorite thing about the MPC Sample is how portable it is. So let's go to the park and make some music. What's up, guys? I'm at the park. Is this thing on? Yo, what's up, guys? I'm at the park. Really, I'm in the forest. It's not even, I mean, it's a park, but like, this is the forest, guys. Anyway, I got a sample loaded up that I found on TrackLib. I'm gonna load it up, and then we're gonna make a beat from scratch. And then I'll chop it up. So I hit chop. There's a few types. I'm gonna go manual for this one. Cool, we got those chops. Okay, I think I finally found a chop that I like. Okay, so now I'm gonna tap tempo. Somewhere around there. 155. Let's go 156. I like even numbers. So I'm gonna set that to 8 bars. Cool, let's get some drums on this thing. So I'm gonna go to a different pad bank, get out of chop mode, pad bank B. I like everything to be on a different pad bank. Since we don't have tracks, I kind of use pad banks as tracks, I guess you could say. So here we go. So what I really like and what sounds amazing on this is actually the soft clipper. So I'm going to turn that snare up even more. I like my snares to just really be ridiculous. Okay, cool. So now the hi-hat just needs more variation. So I'll just go ahead and add in some like rolls and stuff. Okay, cool. Let me start recording some of this stuff. Okay, now what I really want is a stomp. Let's see if I can find a stomp. The no search is kind of killing me a little bit. Yeah, there's pros and cons to the whole analog, or however you want to see it. This is probably technically not analog, but. So yeah, I think the last thing I'm gonna do right now is add an 808 so that it's a complete beat. I also find that the kicks and 808s marry better on here than they do in Ableton. But that's pretty much a wrap on this. I'm gonna go ahead and pack up, and then I will import this into Ableton and show the finished product. You certainly could do a finished product, but I think it would be more cumbersome than it's worth. All right, guys, so I'm back in the studio. Let's go ahead and stem this out. There's no quick way to export stems. I think the best way is to resample. So I'm going to show you that method now. So I'm going to export the sample. Go to every other pad and mute it. Mute, 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 mute. Bank C, mute, mute, mute. This is my perk tracks. Bank D, these three there was nothing on anyway. This is the 808 I chose. Since I will probably never use more than 4 track banks, I'm going to put the resamples on the respective 5th through 8th bank. Bank A, the resample will go to E, B to F, vice versa, just so that it's kind of organized and kind of makes some sort of sense. So now that we got everything muted, so if I press play, it's just going to be the sample. Okay, great. Now what we need to do, shift, pad 11, resample. It says select pad. So like I said, I'm going to go to E1. And it automatically exports it. There's no quick way, but to me, that's the best. You still get the full signal chain because I wanted to go through that compressor. I wanted to go through that soft clipper. I think they both sound great. So when you hit shift, pad 16 for project, and then scroll down for SD card access, once it finishes going into SD card mode, you will see your SD card pop up. You go to MPC Sample, Projects, the folder, and then it'll have all of your resamples here. You just highlight those and drag them into your DAW. So now we'll go into Ableton and finish this. All right, guys, so I went ahead and finished the beat. I got it arranged out. I added a few things, but it's pretty much the same. Just little stuff to make the hook sound like a hook. I added a pre-chorus that's very open, where only the sample plays, and that sample is processed slightly differently, just for variation. And I added some distortion to the 808 on the hook. That's about it. Let's get into it. We got 10 stems here. So I will mute all the new stuff. So as you can see, this sounds pretty much the same. So the only thing that's different is I added some distortion to the 808 on the hook. As you can see, the automation. So it only comes in on the hook. Just a little distortion just to give us some more ear candy. So the first thing I added was a stump. I said I wanted a stump, couldn't find one in the MPC itself. So every 4 bars, boom, found this cool string on Splice that I added to the hook. So next I added this little hit. It's like a one-shot little like accent basically. So on the hook, every first bar, the first bar of every 4-bar phrase, this comes in. And then I have a perk that accents every other. This little perk texture, that comes in on like every 4th bar of the hook. And last but not least, we were in the forest, so of course I had to add some forest ambiance. I wish I actually would have used the internal mic on the MPC Sample so that it could be like ambience of where I actually was. Either way, I wanted to put that in there. And that's about it. I had a lot of fun making this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and turn on those post notifications. You can connect with me on itsmatthines.com and itsmatthines on all socials. Don't forget to join the newsletter for updates and free resources.